Hey guys, welcome to ANS Solver. Today we'll be doing the concept of general integration, of algebra, which is a subtopic in the chapter of integration. Okay, so now the first thing you need to know that integration is basically an area function. Like differentiation is a gradient function, correct? In the same way, integration is an area function. And what you need to know is, even from AS level, you might be knowing that integration and differentiation work in a reverse way. Okay, basically, let's say if I integrate the f dash of x, okay, the answer or the solution will basically be f of x, correct, plus c. Correct, we always add a plus c if there are no limits specified. Correct, this is what we've done. So let's say if I ask you, the formula for integration, it's basically the integration of x raised to n, and there's a dx always. So the answer is always x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1, correct, plus c. This is basically the formula which you might also be knowing from AS level, correct? This is what we basically know. Now, let's say if I give you, a question, the integration of x raised to 4 dx, correct? This is basically x raised to 4 plus 1, which is 5, divided by 4 plus 1, which is 5, plus c, correct? We always add a c. Okay, you need to remember this. We add a c because there are no limits, correct? Let's say if I get something with, question like the integration of 3x raised to 5 with the limits 0 and 1 and a dx here. How do I solve something like this? I write this as, first, what I can simply do is I can take the 3 outside with the limits 0 to 1 with x raised to 5 dx, correct? So I can write this as 3, multiplied by x raised to 5 integration is x raised to 6 divided by 6, correct? Because x raised to 5 plus 1 divided by 5 plus 1 with the limits 0 and 1. So you don't write the c because you have limits here. So what do you first do is, you might even be knowing this from AS level, correct? That first we basically put the upper limit. So I write this as 3 multiplied by the upper limit I have is 1. So I write this as 1 raised to 6, which is simply 1 divided by 6, minus when I substitute 0, I get 0. So I can write this as 3 multiplied by 1 over 6. Correct? This is what I basically know, which is basically 1 over 2. Correct? This is basically the answer. So I'll just, label the examples. Okay, so this is basically the revision of what we've done even from AS level. Correct? What is the integration of any constant? Let's say if I have the integration of 5, you need to know the integration of 5 dx is basically 5 multiplied by the integration, of 1 dx or normally dx. You can basically write this as 5x plus c, correct? Because the integration of 1 or any constant is basically 1x or 5x, correct? Plus c because of the limit, correct? Another thing which, you recall from AS level is that, let's say if I have the integration, of ax plus b raised to n dx, the formula is basically ax plus b raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1, multiplied by a, correct? This is really important. Multiplied by basically the coefficient of x, plus c, because then, there are no limits, indefinite integration. Correct? So basically an example can be 5x plus 1 okay, raised to 3 dx. So the integration of this can be simple. It can be written as 5x plus 1, okay, raised to 3 plus 1, which is 4, divided by 3 plus 1, which is 4, multiplied by, the simple way to remember it is the coefficient of x, or you can simply say the differentiation of 5x plus 1. Okay, but the simple way is just to remember it as the coefficient of x, which is simply 5. Correct? Plus c. So I can basically write this as 5x plus 1 raised to 4 divided by 20 plus c. Correct? This is what you basically have. Okay. So this is basically, these are the concepts which we learned from AS level. Okay. So now in the next video, we'll be doing more advanced type of integration. Okay. Which is very important to know, like trig identities, exponents. Okay. So please view the next video. Thank you very much for watching.